Hey everyone, I'm Jack Ferdman, and this is Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. It's Foreign Film Friday, and today's film is the comedy drama from Russia that was released in 1979, but was eligible for the Academy Awards in 1980. And that film is Moscow Does Not Believe in Tears. One Oscar-nominated film, let's go. Now, Moscow Does Not Believe in Tears was directed by Vladimir Menshov and stars Vera Alentova, Irina Muravyova, and Reza Ryazovona. Now, Moscow Does Not Believe in Tears is one of those films that quietly wins you over, not through massive cinematic spectacle, but through its sincerity, its warmth, and deeply human story. Now, directed by Menshov, this Oscar-winning Soviet drama isn't necessarily the kind of international film the Academy typically gravitates towards, which actually makes its victory all the more interesting. But honestly, I can understand why audiences connected with it so strongly. Now, the film follows Katya, a young working-class woman in Moscow whose life doesn't unfold the way she once imagined. Spanning decades, the story watches her navigate heartbreak, motherhood, career struggles, and emotional disappointment, all while refusing to give up on building a meaningful life for herself. It's ultimately a story about perseverance, resilience, and learning to embrace the life you've handed rather than the one you dreamed about. Now, what really works here is the emotional relatability of Katya's journey. Vera Alentova delivers a layered, grounded performance that's widely regarded as one of the defining performances of that era in Russian cinema, and it's easy to see why. She captures the spirit of the everyday Soviet worker with remarkable authenticity, strong but vulnerable, independent but emotionally weary. You genuinely root for her. Now, the film itself is surprisingly light in tone at times, blending romance and humor in a very sweet, understated way. And while the first half is solid, it's the latter portions involving Katya's relationship with Gosha that really stood out for me. Their chemistry feels refreshingly authentic. It's quiet and intimate and very natural rather than melodramatic. And the picnic sequence in particular is beautifully handled, both emotionally and visually. There's a simplicity to the way they interact that feels incredibly honest, almost as if we're just watching two real people slowly finding comfort in one another. Now, that being said, the film absolutely feels its runtime. At about 2.5 hours, wow, the pacing does drag considerably in stretches, and I often found myself wishing the story had been lightened and even much, much tighter. It's a good film. It's warm, it's thoughtful, and emotional sincere, but not one that completely blew me away. Still, there's enough humanity here to understand why it resonated so deeply, reportedly even becoming one of Ronald Reagan's favorite films. Yes, I'm giving Moscow Does Not Believe in Tears a B. Now, Moscow Does Not Believe in Tears was nominated for only one Academy Award, but it was for Best Foreign Language Film, and it won. Join me again tomorrow for another Oscar-nominated film, right here on Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. Because if the Academy took notice, it's worth a rewatch.